We have an eco-crisis of major proportions. Of course, climate change is the mother of all, but I think it's reflected in the fact that wilderness around the planet is disappearing. There are only 3 or 4 large intact forests left on the planet. Of course, the Amazon, Papua New Guinea, the Congo, but the boreal forest in Canada is the biggest intact forest left on the planet. And Canadians don't realize that. We divvy it up, of course, into provincial jurisdictions, and we don't see the big picture. We have the largest intact forest left on the planet. And the important thing is the intactness. If you drive a road through a part of a forest, if you put pipes in, or if you put electrical wires through, you don't have an intact forest left. And then degradation is inevitable. So what is pointed out here is we have a large area that is a critical part of who the First Nations people of that area are, but they want this area recognized and set aside or protected as a designated UN biosphere for all future generations. And the intactness is the important part. I think one of the big problems we face as a society, 85% of Canadians now live in big cities. And in a big city, it's easy to think, well, we're not like any other creature. We don't need nature. As long as we've got a few parks out there where we can go camping and playing in. In a city, we think we live in a human-created environment. We don't need nature. Our biggest priority in a city is our jobs. That the most fundamental needs that we have as animals are clean air, clean water, clean food that comes from the soil, and clean energy that's captured by photosynthesis by plants that we then incorporate into our bodies. It is those fundamental things that nature itself gives us. And yet we're tearing at nature, fragmenting it, breaking it into pieces, as if somehow we're immune to the consequences of what we're doing. And I think looking at this area, recognizing its value as an intact, immense ecosystem, should be a reminder that those are the very systems that give us our most fundamental needs.